Second night of a back-to-back, and the shorthanded Lakers will be down another man after a monster game last night in Memphis. AD was ruled out a few hours ago. This on top of LeBron and D'Angelo already sidelined. D'Lo will miss his third straight game with a sprained ankle, but Jared Vanderbilt is ready, rocking a jacket with all sorts of WNBA team logos. That is nice. Vintage. Lakers, Thunder, meet for the second time this season. Tip-off coming up at 5 o'clock right here on Spectrum Sports. The Thunder, remember, ruined the night LeBron became the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Chris McGee, Derek Fisher, big game James Worthy, Allie Clifton will be joining us in a little bit. Welcome, my friends. Let's get right to it because we have a lot to jump into. It seems like every single time the Lakers have gotten a bit of momentum this season, injuries have popped up to bring them back down to earth. Coming off a 3-game winning streak, they were dealt the brutal news that LeBron James would be sidelined indefinitely with a foot injury, and now Anthony Davis has been ruled out tonight with a foot injury of his own. The Lakers remain without LeBron Russel, who suffered a sprained ankle last week against the Warriors. Despite the injuries, the Lakers still have their main goal in focus.
We still have enough to win basketball games. Pretty sure D'Lo's coming back pretty soon. Get him back, but yeah, the mission is the mission. Obviously it's a tough blow. When your big guys go out, but like I said, we have more than enough, in my opinion, to still win basketball games, and we have to. He's not coming back anytime soon. So we can't feel sorry for ourselves. We can't put our head down like, oh, we missed LeBron. We had to go out and compete to the level that we did tonight. Thinking about this for a little bit and then get ready for tomorrow.
Race for the play-in remains as tight as ever. 20 games to go. Despite the loss to the Grizz, the Lakers are in 12th, just a game out of the 10 seed. They are 2.5 behind Dallas, who's in 7th. And the crazy part, 7 teams are separated by a total of 3 games from 5 through 12, where the Warriors are at, to down where the Lakers are at. Pretty crazy. Let's get live to Oklahoma City, where Mike Trudell is standing by with more on the Lakers. Hi, Mike. You playing tonight?
What's happening, guys? So just trying to figure out essentially, right, what's going on with AD from an injury standpoint. Like, is this something that was planned going in? Is it anything that he felt after the game in Memphis? So that was kind of the whole idea that we want to get across. And Darvin Ham does explain. So let's hear from the head coach himself on AD and everything else.
Just, monitoring his stress reaction. And we, met as a group along with our medical staff, and then just came up with the conclusion that, just to hold him out tonight. And, we're trying to win all of these games. So, but as I mentioned the other night in regards to LeBron, like, due to the circumstance, we don't want the circumstances of winning or losing games to dictate how we handle our players' health. So we're just it's a precautionary move, and there's some more steps he has to take, and we feel comfortable about where we are with that.
So is that another way of saying we can look at a game and say, must win, or if it were the playoffs, could you play? I mean, you're trying to separate some of that.
Yes.
From what's best physically for.
Absolutely, absolutely, and you can. That's just what it is. Just being mindful, and with any type of stress reaction, the wear and tear, you constantly have to monitor that. So we talked about all of it, we discussed it, and that's where it's at.
So then how does that impact this specific game? OKC, of course, is out a couple of key players as well, but no LeBron, no D'Lo, no AD, maybe your 3 offensive hubs there. How do you approach this as a team?
I mean, we still have to go out there all guns blazing, man. Like, we still have Dennis, we still have Bees, we still have Vando, his energy, we still have AR, Lonnie, Troy. We still have a lot in that locker room, and like, again, the mission hasn't changed. They understand the levity of the situation, and those guys are full go. So I expect them to come out and compete at the highest level.
Did LeBron's injury change anything?
No, there's no status update on LeBron.
No, I'm sorry. Did it change any thinking with how conservative you need to be with AD?
Yeah, I mean, just again, our players' health in general, and if there's a process we have to go through with certain guys get injured or are dealing with injury that could potentially get worse. Again, we don't want circumstances or something happening to someone else. It's what we treat, the way we treat all of our guys. It's just putting their health first and foremost.
Was this planned out? Part of it was. What about future back-to-backs with him? Will he be able to go, or is the foot injury such that the stress reaction it's too sensitive of a thing for him?
Well, as of right now, it's a day-to-day thing. So as we progress toward that, then we'll know more.
All right, so we've seen the injuries, Skeeter, but thus is presented an opportunity for several players to step up in this kind of action. And it's going to help, by the way, no Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for OKC and no Kenrich Williams either. Two of their best players, and certainly, especially in the case of Shai, that's kind of what they've relied upon to be their steadying force all season. So the Lakers do still have enough talent to win this game. Got to forget about the fact that AD, LeBron, and D'Lo aren't playing and recognize the importance of finding a way to get one nonetheless.
Mike, I want to give you some kudos and some props. Nice job dominating that little press conference with Darvin right there. You did good work.
Well, Geeter, look, we're all in this industry just trying to be like you, okay? and be as good looking as you, too.
Oh, man, we're really coming at it today, aren't they? Good job, Mike. I appreciate you right there. I'll send you the Venmo.
All right, guys.
Good work. Little Venmo for the Trudell kids. Big game, AD's out. Another tough one. Kind of didn't see this one coming, but sounds like they did.
I know he had some nagging injuries. They talked about his wrist from a previous year, I think last year maybe. He had the wrist injury maybe. But I didn't know it was, to the point of missing a game, a crucial game, tiebreaker situation against Oklahoma. But as it is, he's out. So that's been determined. He's out. So you can't dwell on that. I for sure thought they had a really good chance of beating Oklahoma with AD. Mm-hmm. And without Oklahoma's two pretty good players, Alexander and Williams, they still have a chance.
The mindset doesn't change, is what you're saying.
Oh, hell no.
Three best players are out. You still come in as a must-win game.
Yeah, hell no. Especially the way they've been playing and as hard as they've been playing, and guys like Vanderbilt players, it's contagious. So without AD, and LeBron, you got a bunch of guys that go out there, and I think we used this word yesterday, and just, play scrappy, play hard. They've been playing very hard on the defensive end. So if they just come in there, they're NBA players.
I believe
NBA players are great. Yep. All of them.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Fish, you mentioned, we were going into last night's game, and it's like, hey, LeBron's out. This is AD's time he's the best player. He's got to be a leader in the locker room, on the court. Now he's out. Who kind of steps into that role for you? Or is it collective?
Yeah, no, I think with this group, it's by committee for sure. And, a lot of it, for D. Ham as the head coach, showing that that composure, him remaining even-keeled with all of the adversity. Tonight will be, I think, the 33rd different starting lineup that he's already had to coach this season. So it'll be by committee that, the team leadership. If you had to pick a player, I'd probably say Dennis.
Yep.
Sticks out initially, the guy with the basketball in his hands, as well as just being experienced in this league. And you need somebody to set the pace, when there are adverse situations going on. And I think Dennis has a chance, but I think D. Ham in particular, without his three primary scorers and initiators of offense, digging in that playbook tool bag and really pulling some things out, coming out of timeout, start of quarters, to try to get the Lakers easy buckets without their great players.
You agree with big game too? That mindset, three best players out, still a must-win.
Yeah, no, for the guys on the team, none of this impacts them at all, honestly. Yeah. It's actually more opportunity for them. So they aren't really sad about it. They still have to go out and play as though it's a must-win game. And that's the mentality they should have. You should have every night anyway.
Yeah.
Every game is a must-win game.
Yeah, it's a big game, and you have all said, you all played with superstar players, you all were star players. When you're out, other guys get to step up.
Yeah.
Part of the game, right? All right, Lakers and Thunder get going at 5 o'clock here on Spectrum Sportsnet. Troy Brown Jr. watching some film before the game. He was off the mark in Memphis. Just 1 for 8 from the field. And coming up on Access, the Lakers were doomed by 26 turnovers last night in Memphis. Can they take better care of the ball in OKC? We'll dive in.